in the Jesus life. Okay, here's one. This is when he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee. And the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding and there's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. So Jesus went to the guy running the wedding and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead, flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like... And Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story, though, I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not, I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird. I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment, you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup, and I said, here's your fucking soup. But, you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously, because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday, fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care, I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won, they're the winners, so act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them. Because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything. A long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it? According to the entire human race. And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year.
Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4. And now, come on, Africa. 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days. Since what? Since there was ever people? Or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Since, yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ Jesus. We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus plus 2, Jesus plus 3, Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, I mean, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. The first, there's one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year. And they just wear grass. Because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y, a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part. Is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Ah, well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen?
This is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. Does anybody by applause know of this story? Okay, that's just enough to make it clear. This is true. I mean, nothing's true in here. But I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I wasn't there. I'm just trying to make it clear that I didn't make it up. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem, and when he had looked around about and seen all things, and the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. See, Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So he went in Jerusalem. You see all the shit downtown, but you don't stay downtown. You go to the Marriott by the airport. That's what Bethany was. And on the morrow, when they come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came to it, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning when they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots and dead. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou dost cursest has withered away and died. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, Have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? Hey, Jesus, you killed a tree. That's right, motherfucker. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral? Jesus just killed a tree. He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He's like, there's no fig. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything.
The thing that she's usually mad about is simple. She says that I don't listen to her when she's talking. And I don't. But it's not because I don't love her, blah, blah, blah. It's because I try to listen. I really do. When she talks, I just stare at her face. I'm like, come on, bring the story. But somehow I'm like, what the I can't do it. I tried. Because every story gets divided into 50 stories that all branch out into these crazy, and I'm like, holy shit. I've got ADD. I can't do it. I'm like, fucking please. But I try every time I try because I love this retarded woman. So I try really hard to listen to her stories. Other people don't even try. We go to parties, she starts talking, people just walk away like, fuck this, that lady's crazy. Who would waste time listening to that crap? Me. She can't help it. I really feel bad for her because the thing is that every word of the story gets her so excited that she wants to fucking run with it, and she can't fucking just break through and get to the end or even the beginning. This is my wife telling a story. She's like,
guess what happened to my mom today? You remember I told you my mom how when she was in college, not when she went to Michigan, when she transferred. Remember because that guy got weird and she had to leave because he was not the Iranian guy. That was a different story. That guy, I think he was Persian. I heard that Persia actually split. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ! Pick a thing! Have some consideration for the fucking listener. You know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's, that's his name. Go clean your room. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louie Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... Oh, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're gonna know where I... Hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm just standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. Because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year. A couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, we have to get you a cat costume.
No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was like, well, tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. Fuck it. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's fuck it, man. Fuck it. Another kid. Fuck it. Why not? Let them all in. Good. Fuck it. Here's the thing. I never judge other parents now. I never do. I used to, but I never do. When you see a mother in McDonald's or someplace or in a toy store and she's just melting down on her kid. She's like, shut up. I hate you. You're ugly. And people are sitting around going, oh my goodness, she's a horrible mother. Well, guess what? Those people aren't fucking parents. They don't have kids. Because any parents who are in that store are thinking, what did that shitty kid do to that poor woman? That poor woman. I wish I could help. Because you don't know, man. You don't know. Or when you see a parent that seems to be negligent, you see a parent in McDonald's with the kid, and the parent's like, I can't take this shit anymore, and just collapsed, and all the shopping bags are just strewn everywhere. And the kid's happy. The kid's eating French fries. And the kid asks a question like, Mama, why is the sky blue? And she's like, just shut up and eat your French fries. And you think, what a terrible mother. Why doesn't she answer her child? When I have a child, I will answer all of their questions. And open their minds to the wonders of the world. Well, guess what? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't answer a kid's question. They don't accept any answer. A kid never goes, oh, thanks, I get it. They fucking never say that. They just keep coming. More questions. Why? Till you don't even know who the fuck you are anymore at the end of the conversation. It's an insane deconstruction. It's amazing. This is my daughter the other day. She's like, Papa, why can't we go outside? Well, because it's raining. Why? Well, water's coming out of the sky. Why? Because it was in a cloud. Why? Well, clouds form when there's vapor. Why? I don't know. I don't know any more things. Those are all the things I know. Why? Because I'm stupid, okay? I'm stupid. Why? Well, because I didn't pay attention in school, okay? I went to school, but I didn't listen in class. Why? Because I was high all the time. I smoked too much pot. Why? Because my parents gave me no guidance. They didn't give a shit. Why? Because they fucked in a car and had me, and they resented me for taking their youth. Why? Because they had bad morals. They just had no compass. Why? Because they had shitty parents. It just keeps going like that. Why? Because fuck it. We're alone in the universe. Nobody gives a shit about us. I'm going to stop here to be polite to you for a second. But this goes on for hours and hours, and it gets so weird and abstract at the end. It's like, why? Well, because some things are and some things are not. Why? Well, because things that are not can't be. Why? Because then nothing wouldn't be. You can't have fucking nothing isn't. Everything is. Why? Because if nothing wasn't, there'd be fucking all kinds of shit that we don't like, giant ants with top hats dancing around. There's no room for all that shit. Why? I'll fuck you. Eat your french fries, you little shit. God damn it. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Thanks.
My next guest is a comedian who starred in the HBO series Lucky Louie. His HBO comedy special, Shameless, comes out on DVD June 26th. Please welcome Louis C.K. Now, Louis, we've known each other a long time. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of months. How are you?
Well, I'm all right. I'm fat.
You're fat?
Yes, I'm a great big fat person.
No.
It's just been, I'm growing fatter. I just weighed myself and I'm 240. Mm-hmm. You know how doctors have like a formula for rule of thumb, how to figure what your optimum weight is? I'm pretty sure it's not your age plus 200 pounds.
Could possibly be.
Really
I don't know.
fat.
I haven't looked into it.
You're a fat dude.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something cheerful then. How was your Father's Day? Father's Day must have been?
Well, yeah, I got to spend it with my kids, which, Yahoo.
You're such a sentimental
Well, it's
sap.
not, it's like, hey, you're Employee of the Month, mop up. It's what I have to do. I have to be with my kids. I'll shut up. None of you have kids. I can see it by looking at you. Here's the thing. Parents never get to say that it's hard. You don't get to say that.
Right.
And it's the hardest thing in the world. Anything else that's hard, you get to say, this sucks.
Right.
But when you're a parent, first of all, it's impossible. You make huge mistakes constantly. Like, oops, irreversible damage there. Move on. Just huge mistakes. You don't get to sleep anymore. You don't have sex anymore. You eat standing up and fast. The entire nation depends on our success as parents.
Yeah.
And you don't even get to say it sucks. You have to say stuff like, I couldn't even imagine my life without my children. I can totally imagine my life. Really? That's actually all I ever do, is imagine my life.
Really?
And it's not a big fantasy. I'm not in the World Series of Poker. I'm just sitting in a chair, jerking off and eating chocolate. That's really it. That's all.
Lord. Okay. Well, listen, yes, you bring up a good point. Parenting is definitely very hard work. I have 2 kids, and I know that it's very hard work.
Well, like, if you get sick, nobody cares. You can't call in sick to having kids.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you get sick, your spouse hates you for being sick. Because it's just making their life harder. And I'm the same way. Like, my wife, one time, she's like, I have diarrhea. I had diarrhea all night. I'm staying in bed. And I'm like, let me see it. I want to see the diarrhea. Show me at least a cup of diarrhea if you want to stay in bed. There's just no way I'm taking it on faith and spending all day with the kids by myself. I'm just not. And she's the same way. Like, I had a stomach flu. It was I was so sick, just deathly sick. And my stomach hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, get out of bed. Let's go. You stayed up all night. It's your fault. Let's go. And I have to amp up how sick I think I am to get it. I'm like, I'm really sick. I might have internal bleeding right now. And so she says, well, go to the hospital if it's that bad.
Sure.
And I did.
You did?
True story.
You did?
I went to a hospital.
Just to try and prove
I went into the emergency room and I said, I got a stomach ache. My wife doesn't care. And they admitted me. Because at the emergency room, they don't go like, get out of here, you pussy. They whatever you have, you can go in a hospital and say like, I just feel icky. I just feel weird.
And they have to.
Put a bracelet on you and fill out a thing.
Right.
Whatever. And so this doctor, this wonderful doctor, she gave me morphine in my arm. She gave me a drip of morphine.
Really?
And which, was great. And then... And then she sent me home with opiate suppositories, which is a huge dilemma to me.
Okay.
Because I like opium. Who doesn't? It's perfect. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I have a huge problem with voluntarily putting things in my own ass. I just can't do it.
So it's a battle of wills
Yeah,
here. Which
and I'm in the bathroom with my pants in my ankle, and I'm like sweating and shaking, and I'm got a little tiny thing. I'm like talking to myself, just do it, just come on. I don't want to do it. Finally, I cram it in there, and I think that was probably the greatest moment of my entire life.
really?
Yes, because it's pure opiate pleasure that begins at your anus. It just explodes. Just this warmth that starts at the ground zero that is your ass. And you just go, oh, God, that is good. More things in my ass, please.
Okay, then.
So that's what it's like having kids.
Yeah. Shameless comes out this Tuesday, and Louis will be appearing at Crackers Comedy Club in Indianapolis, June 22nd through the 24th. Louis C.K., thank you. We'll be right back. The Mooney Suzuki, stick around.
Are the girls ready yet?
Nah, they're getting
I was changing my daughter the other day, and she's too old for diapers now, but she's still in them, and it's bad because this kid does not poop. This kid craps. This is not okay anymore. I was changing her diaper the other day. It was like a 48-year-old alcoholic man's shit in her diaper. Like, she was out all night drinking Jaeger, and she went to Denny's and got a Grand Slam. Ate half of it, got in a fight in a parking lot, and passed out in a Pontiac and shit herself. And her friends drove her home with the windows open and dumped her on my lawn. And now I gotta clean it. And it's crazy. And you can't even react. You can't go like, what the fuck? That's disgusting. You'll fuck them up about their own shit. You gotta be nice. You open her diaper, it's just chaos in there. It's just bananas. It's just... every shit amazes me. I'm never used to it. Everyone, I'm like, okay, wow, what is that? You have been eating diarrhea for a week, I think. Because that's awful. But you can't. You gotta be like, you just go, oh, wow. You really got something there, honey? That's really something. That's really okay. Well, all right, let me scrape that off your knees for you. Just get it down off your back. Just get all this hazmat in one place. Wipe you down. Clean your tiny vagina at the end. Who knew that was going to be my life? I had no idea that my relationship to the vagina was going to be cleaning shit out of a tiny one several times a day. They don't tell you that. When you're getting ready to be a dad, nobody pulls you aside and says, you're going to have to clean the vagina a lot because every time she takes a shit, it goes straight up her twat. They don't tell you that. And they should. It's a big part of being a dad. It's bigger than Christmas. It happens every day. And you got to get it right, front to back. It's very important. The other day I was in New York City with my kids, and I got 2 of these fucking things. Remember that, please. 2 of them. And we're in the crowded streets. I got this one here, the 2-year-old. She can walk, but she won't. She's a bullshitter, so I'm carrying her. And she weighs like 20 babies, this kid. She's tiny, but she's got the density of a dying sun. I don't understand how she's this heavy. It feels like a fat raccoon holding a bowling ball. That's what she feels like. And the pain in my shoulder is intense. And it's sending signals to my brain like, you don't love her, just drop her. She doesn't matter. Just let her die. So I'm fighting that on this side. I got the 5-year-old like this. I hope it's her. I haven't looked back in about an hour. I'm just dragging somebody tiny just through many strangers' thighs. Briefcase corners are hitting her in the temple. I don't give a shit. I'm in a hurry because my pocket's vibrating and my wife's calling to see where I am, even though she sent me to do this shit. And I'm yelling into my pocket like she can hear me. I'm fucking coming! Shut up! And this one is talking the whole time. The whole time with a tiny voice 2 feet off the ground. What am I going to listen to this shit? Really? What am I gonna take a knee every 2 seconds? What's that, sweetie? Go ahead. What's that? What? Excuse me, sir. Go ahead. It's fine. Yeah, sometimes dogs are brown. That's very true. Good thing I didn't miss any of that shit coming out of your stupid face. Some things that are terrible happening in the world, you just kind of give up. Like in New York, there's a lot of homeless people here. There's a lot of homeless people here. I mean, not in here. There's none in here. There's none in here. There's none in here. Not even with a ticket, he ain't getting in here. They're not allowed to go where we go. They're just not allowed. That's the one part we all agree with. I don't know what to do about the homeless, but they're not coming in here. If you don't have your own indoors, you can't come into other people's indoors. Those are the rules. Those are the rules we live by. I've done benefit shows for homeless people where homeless people weren't allowed in the show. There's whole places they don't get to, like the airport. They've never even seen an airport. You never been at your gate and some guy's like, hey, I'm trying to get to Tokyo. Can you help me out? I was born in 1967, and so I grew up in the 70s. So I'm not racist. However, that was a very racist decade. People said racist things all the time, and nobody got offended. The only time somebody got offended if you said something racist in the 70s is when they would then say, like, hey, you interrupted me. I was saying something racist. Why did you?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press a thing because it says press? You would not have survived the camps.
What? It's...
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say press?
Press the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
Whoa.
My kids are like Israel and Palestine. And I'm like America. The little one's like Palestine because she always gets screwed. She gets the worst deals. She's like, she threw a rock at my face. I'm like, you're fine. Here's a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because there was a black guy walking behind him. We had a town child molester. His name was Jean-Baptiste. It's a true story. And he liked teenage boys. That's when you would find out, because I was a teenage boy. He didn't like me. I felt a little bad. I have this friend. He has a phone that can IM. He can instant message. And so now I really want him to die, because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are.
You know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, you're fat. And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that. Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write you're fat, then they just go, that was fun. I like that.
You're the only person we could find who would come here to defend masturbation.
Well, I like it. It's easy and it's fun and nobody gets hurt.
The Bible teaches us that lust in your heart is a sin when acted upon outside the context of marriage.
Well, I'm not married, so anything I do is outside of that context.
So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you. I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back.
Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these. You got these guys here. And he tries to he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers.
Enjoy each other under his loving gaze.
When you mean that God watches married people have sex?
Well, God watches over everything.
So we're like porn for God. He watches us, and then he probably masturbates.
Have you ever tried?
Tried not to masturbate?
Yes.
Well, sometimes I won't do it for like a week, but that's just so that when I do it again, it'll be way better.
I'm thinking of buying a goat.
because I want to have a trash can that I can make love to. I can do that with the trash can I have now, but a goat has a vagina. That makes it a lot better. Hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? Like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it, and yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use.
I'm a good citizen, I'm a good father, I recycle, and I masturbate. And I'm proud of it. And God's happy. And later I'm going to masturbate and I'm going to think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man.
I got to get the phone and write hi to like 50 people. And then, you know, somebody cool writes back, and then somebody not as cool writes after, and I'm like, "F you, I'm not going to...
I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck? I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish was dead. She wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead. He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. Children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. I'm not saying don't get married. If you meet somebody, fall in love and get married, and then get divorced, because that's the best part. It's the best part. Marriage is just like a larva stage for true happiness, which is divorce, because you just let go, and everything's fine now. Divorce is forever. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal, or sea lion, I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. Of course slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it, and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes.
I was, and I went to the Sopranos table, because those people are unreal to me, you know?
Right.
And so I just sort of stood around, and...
You stood near the Sopranos table.
I just sort of stood there.
You went from you went from I went over to like, hi everybody, Louis C.K., to amending your story to I stood around there.
I stood around the Sopranos, and Gandolfini was really nice. He said, like, I saw your show, I laughed.
Right.
Like, he said it like that, like he can't say anything directly, you know, that mobster thing. And
right.
Do you think it was funny? I laughed. That's all I'm willing to say. But Paulie Walnuts came up to me.
Paulie Walnuts.
And he just goes, yeah, Lucky Louie. like jab me in the chest like that.
Right.
Yeah, Lucky Louie. And I'm like, yeah. And he says, yeah, that show, let me tell you something. You got to hire some new writers because that show's a piece of He said, you got to fix it. You're going to be committing Harry Carey within a year. That's awful. He's like, I turned it on. I was like, oh, what is this? Like, he's just hated it.
Uh-huh.
And I wrote the show, too, so I did. But there's no way I'm going to go, see here, Mr. Walnuts. You know,
How dare you,
no, and I was
Mr.
really
Walnuts.
honored that I got to meet that's meeting Paulie Walnuts.
Sure.
It would have been disappointing if he was like, I really enjoy your show.
Yeah. You met the real guy.
I met the actual
Did he start hitting you with a baseball bat at any
little
point?
bit,
A
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Do you're a very funny comic. I've watched, your act a lot over the years, and you talk a lot, of course, about being married and being a, dad. Do you miss anything about being single, the single life? Because, you do a lot of material about, you obviously love your kids and your wife, but
I do. But there's a lot of avoidance in being a dad. Like, I love to run errands. Like, the other day, I flushed all the toilet paper down the toilet so I could get out of the house, have something to do. Right. We love errands. Dads love errands.
Yeah.
But anything. I'll go paper towels. I'll go to the paper towel factory in Nova Scotia and get them right now. But I don't miss being single because I hated that.
You didn't like being single?
No, I wasn't good at it. I didn't know how to get with women. I had one. I had one beautiful
Maybe it's the way you phrased it.
Yeah, get with.
I wish to get with you.
I wish to get with you.
If that's possible, contact my lawyer.
I wish to have you.
Yeah.
I was with one really hot woman once, and she got very drunk and slept with me. And the next morning, I remember her looking down at me, and she was so horrified. And
what?
She just looked at me like, ugh, like I feel like she felt like she had raped herself with me somehow. And I saw her.
Oh God!
I saw her questioning everything that led up to being with me.
Yeah.
And I realized I am somebody's rock bottom moment.
Terrible.
The moment in someone's life where they looked at me and went, okay, I gotta stop all of this crap. I gotta reconcile with my dad. I gotta go back to school.
Where you are, I'm 40 now, and that's, I'm 40. I'm half dead, basically. 40's a weird age. You get to this point where, you're not old enough for anybody to give a shit that you're old. Nobody's like, I helped a 40-year-old guy today, and it felt really good to do something for him. Nobody spends their holidays delivering hot meals to 40-year-olds. And you're not young enough for anybody to ever be proud of you or impressed. They're just like, yeah, do your job, asshole. Nobody cares. And the world looks at you like when you're 40, if you go to the doctor, guess what? They don't try to fix anything anymore. They stop trying to fix shit. When you get to be 40, they just go, yeah, it starts to happen. They don't care. I went to the doctor because my ankle hurt, right? Now, if you're 20 and you have a bad shoulder, the doctor will reconstruct your shoulder through miracles of modern science. He'll take your ear and make a shoulder out of it. It's weird. But when you're 40, they just give you no options. They don't care. I went because my ankle, I was limping for a month out of nowhere. And the doctor, he brings me and he shows me an x-ray of my ankle. He's like, yeah, your ankle's just worn out. What do you mean, I injured my ankle? He's like, no, it's just shitty now. See that dark area? Ugh, it's all hardened. Yeah, they get like that. And they're not good anymore. So just goodbye? Nothing? Is there nothing? Nothing? There's no, it's like an incurable shitty ankle. That's it. And he goes, well, there's things you can do. You can stretch. For a half hour a day, you should stretch your ankle. I was like, how long will that take to fix it? He's like, no, you just do that now. That's just a new thing you do until you and your shitty ankle both die. And he goes, well, you could take a leave. Just take a leave. You could buy it, just take it. And you can take whatever amount. It doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to the dosage. Really? He's like, yeah, you could take 10 a day. You'd be fine. He said take 10 a leave a day. I said, I heard, doesn't that stuff hurt your intestines? He goes, oh yeah, it'll do some intestinal damage after a while. But you just got to weigh that against how much you like your ankle not hurting. And at one point I was like, hey, what if I was an athlete or something? He goes, you're not an athlete. So no to whatever else you were about to say.
road, but I envy them on this level that they figured out what's going on with them and they fixed it. What an amazing gift to know what the fuck is wrong with you. Who else gets to have that? It's just a mushy, I don't fucking have any idea. I would give $1 million to just wake up, oh, I'm an owl. That's what the thing is. I just gotta blink slow and eat a mouse. Because life is very confusing. Even I'm 49 years old and I haven't found a cruising altitude to my identity. I'm still fucking confused. I get new feelings and they upset me. I don't like new feelings. I want to know what I like and get it and just die. That's what I want to do at this point. Like, I have a weird relationship with this movie that's on cable sometimes. It's called Magic Mike. You ever seen this movie? Magic Mike. For those of you watching this on video many years from now, Magic Mike was a movie about male strippers starring Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum when it was made, from whatever you're watching. But anyway, we had a whole other thing going on. This building's not here anymore. But you're watching it on a dusty thing, and it's all rubble. And you're watching this. I don't know why you're watching this out of everything. But when things were real easy, we made movies like Magic Mike. It's just a nice movie about men who strip. And every time I'm flipping around and it comes on, I always stop. And then I play a little game of chicken with this movie. I stop because it's a good movie. It's well made, directed by Steven Soderbergh, good director. And so I get into it, I get into the story, and then they start stripping. And then I start having all these feelings. My face gets a little hot. At first I just get hostile for no reason. I go, fucking eat. But then there's one part of the movie that I like. I have a favorite part of Magic Mike. Matthew McConaughey, he's wearing leather pants, no shirt, and he goes,
"The law says you cannot touch, but I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there."
I guess that. It's like perfect. It's the way he rolls out of him.
I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there.
I just really like that. I like it. And when the movie comes on, I'm always like, all right, this gets to where he says that. And then he says it, and I'm like, fucking good. It's really good. I like it a lot. Here's how much I like it. I don't really do impressions, and I kind of nail that one because I think about it all the time. I'm walking around my house like,
law says you can't touch. Law says you can't touch.
And I go up to my dog,
but I think I see a lot of lawbreakers right here.
I like that part. And then after he says it, all these strippers come on, Matthew McConaughey, all these strippers, Channing Tatum comes out, fucking. And then I go like, fuck, and then I have to stop. Because I'm starting to get a feeling. I'm just starting to get like a feeling. It's not a boner. It's not a boner. But I can feel my dick starting to turn over a little bit. Just starting to... You know when you can feel your dick kind of unfold? It's like a pool toy that's been blown up for a while. The wrinkles are starting to come out. It's taking shape. It's like... Just that early. My dick's just waking up. What are you guys doing here? Anyway, I will never watch the whole movie. I've never seen Magic Mike in its entirety because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the end of Magic Mike. I know what the end of Magic Mike is. I'm pretty sure that the end of Magic Mike is that I'm gay. Pretty sure that's how it ends. I don't want to see the ending. I want to stay like this. You know why? Because I'm 49 years old. I don't want to enter the gay community now. This is not the version of me that's going to have an awesome time as the new gay guy. So fuck that. And that's my right, by the way, because that's about me. That is my life. I would never discriminate against another person for being gay. I wouldn't dream of it, but I have every right to oppress and discriminate against my own possible budding homosexuality. That's mine to just violently push down. Like it's a dude I'm trying to make blow me right now. And you know, I haven't become like generally attracted to men. I'm not sexually attracted to men. Just Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum. Those two guys? Fuck. Seriously. And he's like, just fucking sexy. And Channing, kind of dumb face, like oh shit. Oh, fuck. I like it. But men in general, I'm not into it. It's just these, you know what I think it is I'm only gay for the best. I'm top shelf gay. I'm not retail gay, you know what I mean? I'm not off the rack gay. I'm not gonna go to JCPenney's and suck a bunch of dicks. I'm gonna go to Neiman Marcus and get this signature collection. Platinum dick. The best. The best dick. Because I'll try the best anything. If it's the best one, I'll try it. Like, I don't like cognac. I would never buy a bottle of Hennessy and keep it in my house. But I had never tried the best cognac. If somebody was like, would you like to try this cognac? This cognac was 500 years old 300 years ago. Like, yeah, fucking give me that. I want to go to a Kenyan restaurant. I know all the foods that I like. But if somebody was like, this is the best Kenyan restaurant, it takes 6 months to get a reservation, I can get you in. They fly live turtles in. And you bite off its screaming face while it's alive. And every turtle you eat is the last of his species. Can't wait to eat that fucking turtle. I'm gonna end his people with my mouth. The best, I'll try it. If somebody was like, we have a guy here, he has the best dick. The best dick ever. His dick has been soaking in olive oil since he was 5 years old. We've been feeding him nothing but butter and penises his whole life. He is the best dick, and you can suck it right now. Well, let me see it. Can I see it? Can you take it out? It's my favorite thing now. Fuck, I shouldn't have looked at it. Let's bring it closer. I don't know what I'm going to do, but bring it closer, please. I think at that point you put it in your mouth, right? If you're looking at the best dick ever and you're not sure you want to suck it, just put it in your mouth. And then decide. Just for like 20 seconds. That's a long time. That's 20 seconds. That's a long time to have a dick in your mouth that you're ambivalent about. It's 20 seconds. If you have a dick in your mouth for 20 seconds, you are not deciding. 20 seconds. I'll show you. This is 20 seconds with a dick in your mouth. I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment and you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like, one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup. And I said, here's your fucking soup. But, you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion. You know, I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won. They're the winners. So act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them. Because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything a long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3, come on everybody, 4, and now come on Africa, 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ Jesus. We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus plus 2. Jesus plus 3. Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's like, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. There's one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year. And they just wear grass. Because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017. And it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey. See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen? Everybody has different words that offend them, different things that they hear that they get offended by. To me, the thing that offends me the most is every time that I hear the N-word. Not nigger, by the way. I mean the N-word. Literally, whenever a white lady on CNN with nice hair says the N-word, that's just white people getting away with saying nigger. That's all that is. They found a way to say nigger. N-word. It's bullshit, because when you say the N-word, you put the word nigger in the listener's head. That's what saying a word is. You say the N-word and I go, oh, she means nigger. You're making me say it in my head. Why don't you fucking say it instead and take responsibility for the shitty words you want to say?
I rode a lot. I flew here, and I farted so many times on the plane. I farted so many times. You know when you're on the plane and you fart a couple of times and you're like, fair's fair. Everybody's farting. But then you keep going, you're like, this might be an issue. This might be an incident. That might be in the paper, I'm farting so much. I farted so much on that plane. And sure enough, when I landed, they gave me the plane. They're like, just take it home, you fucking ruined it. We tried flying it around with all the doors open, it didn't help. Fucking pig. I got stopped at security because something was in my bag. You know when your bag goes through the X-ray machine, and it's very high tech now. They keep upping the technology on the X-ray machine for the carry-ons. Who's still trying? Who's still putting a gun in their carry-on? Like, hey, maybe this time it'll work out, you know? But my bag got stopped, and I wasn't sure why. I knew I didn't have any liquids or anything, and the lady opened it, and sure, here's what happened. I had clay in my bag. Because I'm not an artist, but I like clay. I make little dicks. They're this big. I do. I make tiny dicks. And they're perfect. And I hold it and I walk around. It's okay. And then when I get upset, I smush it. Now you're nothing. Now you're nothing. Anyway, it relaxes me. So I didn't think about this in terms of security until the lady took it out. It's a plastic bag with gray clay. It looks like C4 plastic explosive. And she's like, what is this? And I said, it's clay from an art store. She goes, I can't let you have it. I said, all right. So she threw it away, and she says, have a nice flight. I'm like, look, either that's a bomb or it's not. Like, either give me my fucking clay back, or ask me many questions, please. Is that the procedure? Hey, this guy has a bomb in his bag. Oh yeah, you can't have that on the plane, I'm sorry. Yeah. You can explode it here, but you can't take it on the plane, I'm sorry. I know it's stupid. It's just because that one guy ruined it for everybody. But I never get irritated by traveling because I love to travel. I love that I get to do this and travel. I traveled all over the world this year. I was in Europe. I was all over the place. And, you know, when you travel, you don't get to have the things you're used to having. But you get to have things you never had before. That's a trade-off. Like I was in Sweden. Now, if you're in Sweden and you go to, like, say you're at a hotel and you want breakfast, they don't have maple syrup. They just don't have it. But they do have do you have maple syrup? No, but we have I'll have that, that's fine. It's the same all over the world. You know, you go to Tokyo. Do you have peanut butter? No, but we have is that spicy? Same all over the world. You go to Africa. Oh, okay, just the Swedish and the Japanese. No, yeah, that's right. No, you're right. Yeah, just the Swedes and the Japs, but don't fuck around. Yeah, no, Africa's not okay, because they can't take a joke in Africa. They're very fragile people. So they need you to protect them against jokes. So good job. Rightly so. I'll skip Africa. I don't even know what it is. So But I like traveling. I like seeing people. I don't care about the place. I was in Glasgow, Scotland, and I was in a train station, and I saw this old man, old Scottish man, with a little boy, about 10 years old maybe, this tall, red hair, and he's holding his hand, and they're walking. It was really sweet. Then they got to the train, and the man's going to get on the train, but he bends over, and he kissed this little boy on the lips for a long time. They were like, it was weird. It was like making, and the kid had his hand on the back of his head and everything. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. He's making out with that little boy. But then I look closer and I realize it's not a little boy, it's an old lady. It's a little old Scottish lady. But then I looked even closer and I was like, oh no, it is a kid. It's a little Scottish boy. And he looks old because life is hard there. His dad keeps kissing on the mouth and... I went to the zoo. I was in Ohio. I went to the zoo. You go to the zoo when you're on the road, right? You don't go to the zoo in your hometown. It's not like you're at work like, I should hit the zoo. Oh, shit, it's gonna close. Fuck. I just really want to see a monkey's face right now, really bad. It's gonna be a bad night if I don't look at a monkey. I'm gonna hit both my kids if I don't see a monkey tonight before I get home. Anyway, I went to the zoo in Ohio with a friend of mine, and we went to see the lion. And it's always a shit lion, you know. It's not a... The zoo lion's never like... Rawr. He's just sitting on a fake rock, just eating lamb chops from Costco. My friend said, that's really sad. He said, they should free that lion. I was like, what are you seeing in your mind exactly? Describe your wish to me. He said they should take that lion to Africa. And what, just let him out of the car? Good luck, lion. The lion's like, what the fuck is this shit? Then the African lions walk up to him. Hey man, how you doing? Where are you from? Columbus, Ohio. All right. Well, why don't you lift that tail, because my dick is going right in your ass.
There's something wrong with it. Like, I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down. So I have a feeling that I had to do it. I had to, otherwise they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. It was a strange time for all of us. And I know you all waited a whole week because you're awesome, but I just couldn't do it. A boner's a boner. It's got to go. Something's got to happen. Boners just, they ruin everything. And I really hate boners. I hate every one I've ever had. I remember the first time I was 9. That's the worst thing about a little boy's life, is that you start getting boners when you're 9. And you don't come for 3 fucking years. It's 3 years of just vicious little boners. They don't go away. You just pass out moaning in a ditch somewhere. And you wake up, you're so hard. It's awful. If you ever see a 9-year-old boy on the street, just give him $20, because he's very unhappy. Or suck his dick, however you feel like you can help him out. I I remember that, man. I remember being 9 and just being hard and not knowing why or what to do. I just would rub my dick against stuff. That's all I did. Everything. If I was sitting in front of a car, I would just press it against the car. Like, oh, it's warm from the sun. It's good. I used to run home from school after school so I could fuck my whole house, basically. I would just fuck the house. I'd fuck the walls and the floor. If you have a 9-year-old at home, he's fucking your house right now. Because that's what we do. I just fucking... We had a corduroy couch. That couch was my bitch. I fucked it all day. Just humping with no results. Just frustrated. I used to do weird things with my dick, too. Like, I'd close it in the refrigerator door. I don't know why. I just liked the pressure. I liked that one side was metal and the other was that accordion, like rubber with a magnet in it. I just... the cold air on my balls. It's good. It's good. I don't know why. It's good. I don't know how I ever got laid, really, because I was awful at it. I still am. I never understood, like, there's guys that just have this confidence and they can, like, go out with a girl, know when to lean in and kiss her and shit. I couldn't, I would just go, could I ever fuck you? Like, I just blurted out. I remember one night I was with a girl, I was like 20 years old, I was already doing stand-up, and I did a show in Washington, D.C., and after the show, one of the waitresses came back to my hotel, she was really cute, and we're making out in my hotel, and she's into it, she's like humping me, so I start putting my hand up her shirt, and she stops me. I'm like, okay. So then we're making out more, and I start putting my hand on her ass, and she stops me. So after a while, she went home, nothing happened. And then the next night I saw her at the club, and she goes, hey, what happened last night? I was like, what? And she goes, how come we didn't have sex? I was like, because you didn't want to. She's like, yes, I did. I was really into it. I was like, why did you keep stopping me? And she goes, because I wanted you to just go for it. I was like, what does that mean? She says, I'm kind of weird. I get turned on when a guy just gets frustrated and just holds me down and fucks me. Like, that's a big turn on for me. And I was like, well, you should have told me. I would have happily done that for you. And she says, no, it has to feel real and dangerous. I'm like, what, are you out of your fucking mind? You think I'm just gonna rape you on the off chance that hopefully you're into that shit? Kind of an idiot. I'm getting kind of a rapey vibe from this girl. I don't know. I suspect she might enjoy being raped. Maybe that's her thing. I don't want to ask first and ruin it, so just take a shot and rape her. What the hell? What's the worst that could happen after all? Jesus. But anyway, that's all history. Sex for me, it's gone. It's just me and my wife, and it's sad because my wife is beautiful. I love to look at her and I feel for her. She's gorgeous. She really is. She just turned 40 and she looks awesome. And it's not because she looks younger than 40. She looks 40 on the nose. But I like that. I didn't know I would, but I find it really sexy. I like that. I like women. It's a huge turn on. She's got gray streaks in her hair, and I find that sexy. I really do. She's got strong arms from picking up the kids. She's strong and sexy on a whole other level, you know? She's changing. She smells different. She used to have blue eyes. They're black now. She's like intense, kind of crazy looking, you know? And all these lines in her face from all the shit I did to her, you know? She's got character. She looks like one of those pictures from the Depression of the Dust Bowl farmers, you know? She's intense. I like it. It turns me on. That's what I like now. I like women, you know? Girls, I'm done. Long time ago. 22-year-old girls, God bless you. Go do a shot. Whatever the fuck you do with your time. Woo! That's not me anymore. I like women. And I know that that's offensive to 22-year-old girls. You're like, I'm a woman, I'm 22, I'm totally a woman. I study women's issues and I'm a woman. Not to me, sorry. To me, you're not a woman until you had a couple of kids and your life is in the toilet. That's really, when you become a woman, is when people come out of your vagina and step on your dreams. You're still standing after that shit. You are a woman. If you're still going to clubs and you have a ponytail and a little dress, and you're standing outside of a club waiting to get in, it's 2 degrees, you got no jacket, a little dress, it's gonna be great in there. You're a girl. I want to give you a sweater and a ride home. I don't want to fuck you. I'll jerk off to you, but I don't want to fuck you and get involved with a girl. I do want to fuck you, but you won't fuck me, so fuck you anyway. But I'll totally fuck you. But there's just a difference between girls and women, and it's not about age. Like there's a reason why they call it Girls Gone Wild. You notice there's no Women Gone Wild, because no one would fucking buy the Wild Women DVD. Because when girls go wild, they show their tits to people. When women go wild, they kill men and drown their kids in a tub. That's what wild women do. They don't show their tits to nobody. They fuck with their bras on. It's a whole other thing. Try taking your 40-year-old wife's picture when she comes out of the shower. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! It's not funny. You thought it would be cute? Like, no, she's like, fuck off! Sorry. Because she doesn't have tits anymore. She has breasts that need to be checked and maintained. I get bills for my wife's breasts. That's some grown-up woman shit right there. Girls have the titties with the little perky nipples, and that's awesome. But you're not a woman till you got long, chewed-up nipples. And you're not a man till you suck one of those fucking things either, by the way. And it's not okay. You know, he brings them around and you're like, oh, dude, don't. Like, literally point at her face and go, don't fuck her. That's awful. Because... And she's like, just bad, you know? But so he was gonna have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm gonna drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. He's like, who told you that that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It does, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face, whatever he was doing. What? I'll come on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's gonna get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. I have a dog, and I had a dog when I was a teenager, and yeah, I did once. I made my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls, which is something you now can't unknow. You just know it. I did this. And I only hesitated to start the sentence only because I wasn't sure whether to say that I let my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls or that I made him lick cottage cheese. And really, considering how much dogs love cheese, I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's probably the fairest way to put it. I remember it so clearly. And I remember the look on the dog's face. He was like, oh, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to us? Just put it on a plate. Why do I have to lick it off your goddamn balls? All right, come on, fine, let's do it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Look, you gotta live with this. I'll be dead in 2 years. I'm a dog. This is your problem. Sorry I'm being so negative. I'm a bummer. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm a very, lucky guy. I got a lot going for me. I'm healthy. I'm relatively young. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Oh, thank you. No, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag. I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. And they've been married for like 60 years. You know that kind of story? Everybody always loves that. The kind of people that always get applause based on the math of their lives. How long you been married?
60 years. Oh. Isn't that automatically wonderful? How do you know? You just know how long it's been.
For 60 years, every morning he tells me I'm a piece of shit.
Well, let's just say this is a happy couple, okay? They love each other. They've been married for 60 years. That's longer than most people really want to be alive, and they've been together that long. And now they're just an old couple, and they just walk together. You know when you see two people? And it's kind of lovely. They don't need anybody else. It's just the two of them. This is both of them. They just walk. They always walk somewhere nobody walks there. There's trash. Trucks. He's wearing a suit that is not a color. She's wearing a dress that's like a triangle, like a kid drew it. It's just fucking a dress with fruit on it. Nobody cares. And they just walk every day.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
You want to go to the store and get a cracker?
Yeah, let's get a cracker at the store.
Yeah, buy a cracker.
Yeah, you can buy that. Blah, 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 blah.
And then one day, usually he dies first. They're walking, and he goes, ah. Ah. And she says, Richard! Ah. And he dies. So now it's just her. Just Rose. And she's alone. Now she just stands in their house. Once in a while, somebody goes to get Rose because there's a wedding. Come on, Rose. Enter. Just fucking come on. Come on. Fuck, come on. Fuck. Just want to push her from... She lives 10 more years. 10 years after Richard dies. And then 10 years later, now she's laying in a bed. She's dying. Somebody's there with her on their phone. So Rose is dying, and she says, well, at least now I get to be with my Richard forever. Where'd she get that idea? Where did that come from? I've looked it up. No religion teaches that when you die, you get to ruin heaven for your dead spouse. Why is that fair? Who gets... Richard's been dead for 10 years. He's been in heaven for 10 years. And somebody comes up to him, hey, your wife is coming. What? Me just now? Yeah, Rose just died. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. They just gotta hose her down and tape the wings on. And then you're gonna be together forever. Wait a minute. Fuck. You said this was heaven. Why is this... I have a girlfriend here now. I don't want to fucking... She's the love of your life. She's not the love of my death, motherfucker. That's marriage. Marriage is a big deal. Marriage is a big deal. I went to a wedding the other day. You ever been in an email fight? Some of you are in an email fight right now. You know an email fight, not a text fight. A text fight is like, fuck you, bitch. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Dick, bitch. You're an asshole, bitch. That's a text fight. An email fight is like, in June when I told you that I had this issue, I was very disappointed in the way you didn't listen. You know those emails you just work on it all night? Like it's the closing argument to a murder case. It's so important, your fucking email. You're pounding it out like Beethoven and you're pouring water in your head and going deaf and still working on it. And then you send it to somebody. Can you read this and tell me if it's fair what I wrote? Start at the bottom. And they write back, I made a few changes. Oh, thank you. That really captures my voice. And yet... And then you send it to somebody else, and they're like, I would take out eat shit fuckface. And you're like, nah, fuck you. I'm going to keep it. And then finally you send it. And you're like, And then you feel really good. I finally said it. Finally. And you have this fantasy that they're at home reading it right now going, I'm wrong about all of the things. And at some point during the day, they haven't written back yet, and you know it's because you just bewitched them. And you decide, I'm going to read my email. I'm going to read the email that I wrote. Is there any more disgusting modern human behavior than reading your own already sent emails? Is there any more scratching your asshole and smelling your finger than that? I do it all the time. So that's what I did. I was in an email fight, and And I looked in the sent folder where it's all, that's it. It's in stone. You can't change that anymore. And I realized, by mistake, it said, this is my latest draft. What do you think? So now the rest of it is just shit. It's shit now. Because she knows I have a writing staff and a focus group. There should be credits at the end of this fucking email. Approved by email fight right now. You know, an email fight, not a text fight. A text fight is like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Dick, bitch. You're an asshole, bitch. That's a text fight. An email fight is like, in June when I told you that I had this issue, I was very disappointed in the way you didn't listen. You know those emails you just work on it all night? Like it's the closing argument to a murder case. It's so important, your fucking email. You're pounding it out like Beethoven and you're pouring water in your head and going deaf and still working on it. And then you send it to somebody. Can you read this and tell me if it's fair what I wrote? Start at the bottom. And they write back, I made a few changes. Oh, thank you. That really captures my voice. And yet... And then you send it to somebody else, and they're like, I would take out eat shit fuckface. And you're like, no, fuck you. I'm going to keep it. And then finally you send it. And you're like, And then you feel really good. I finally said it. Finally. And you have this fantasy that they're at home reading it right now going, I'm wrong about all of the things. And at some point during the day, they haven't written back yet, and you know it's because you just bewitched them. And you decide, I'm going to read my email. I'm going to read the email that I wrote. Is there any more disgusting modern human behavior than reading your own already sent emails? Is there any more scratching your asshole and smelling your finger than that? I do it all the time. So that's what I did. I was in an email fight, and I looked in the sent folder where it's all, that's it. It's in stone. You can't change that anymore. And I realized, by mistake, it said, this is my latest draft. What do you think? So now the rest of it is just shit. It's shit now. Because she knows I have a writing staff and a focus group. There should be credits at the end of this fucking email. Approved by mother and sister. I don't know. Love is worth it, though. It really is. It's worth it. It is. I mean, I've always pursued love my whole life. You know, even when I was a kid, I loved girls. I loved them. And it was all, when I was 12, I discovered that girls were the greatest thing. And I would ask them out. That's what I did. I just walked up and asked them out. I had no fear. I'd go up to any girl I liked. Hey, you want to go out with me? And she's like, no! Because you weren't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to just ask her out. There was a system. My daughters told me it still works this way in middle school. There's a thing where the boy asks his friend to ask her friend to ask her what she would say if he asked her out. How did children just know this Elizabethan parlor thing? 12-year-old boy, please inquire after her maiden friend. Were I to request her presence, what might be her answer?
Indeed, my lady would enjoy your company, sir. That is well. May I finger her? You are bold, sir. And finger her you may. And finger her I shall.
Anyway, I didn't do any of that myself. I would just ask them out. Girls said no to me. Till Rachel. Rachel was the first girl who said yes. I asked her to the dance in 8th grade, and she said yes. Happiest moment of my life. Even to now. I never beat it. Anyway, Rachel said yes. I'll go to the dance with you. So we went to the dance. I was 13. My first time with a girl. And about 5 minutes into the dance, she comes up to me and she says, do you mind if I dance with Jeff? I was like, okay. Because what other moves did I have at 13? What else are you going to say? Do you mind if I dance with Jeff? Yeah, I do. I mind very much. What the fuck do you think this is, Rachel? You know what? Get your shit. We're leaving right now. Get your shit. Shut the fuck up, Rachel. I swear to God. I didn't have any of those tools. So I said, okay. And she danced with Jeff. And made out with Jeff. And left with Jeff. That was it. And I learned. By the way, that guy Jeff, this is a true story. That guy Jeff, he's a woman now. That's what happened. It's true. I was looking, and she has a whole blog on Facebook about becoming a woman. I was up all night reading, and I was crying. It was amazing. I was like, this is incredible. And then at the end, there's a picture of her with hair, and she says, I didn't change. I knew what I was all along. I knew I was a girl since I was 6 years old. And I read that, and I thought, why'd you take my fucking date then? You knew, you piece of shit. Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you and your journey. I don't give a shit now. Hooray for transgender, but fuck you because you're just an asshole who became a cunt. That's what happened. I don't like dicks. That's why I'm not gay. That really is the reason. I hate dicks. Penises are very disgusting to me. To me. I don't want to yuck your yum. I just think they're gross. I always hated penises. I hated my father's penis. I did. I hated my father's penis. Well, when you're a little boy, sometimes you got to see your dad's dick. If you go to a restaurant, you're probably going to see your dad's dick. I should explain that, right? That sounds like I have a weird father. All right, we're going out to eat. Everybody take a look. No, sometimes if you go to a restaurant with your family, when it's time to pee, you go pee with your dad if you're a little boy. If you go to a ball game with your dad, I remember there was never urinals, it was just a trough. And the little boys and the men stand there together. And the men are just standing there. And we're down here, the little boys. And the dicks are eye level. Just horrible, hissing dicks. In both directions, like a chorus line. Just... And my dad, worst. Because my dad, first of all, my father's Mexican. It's true. My father is Mexican. I'm not. I'm not Mexican. My father is. Just because some Mexican fucked my mom for years doesn't make me a Mexican. Just makes her a whore. But anyway, my father had a Mexican, Catholic, uncut, raw, organic, local, fucking free-range Mexican dick. It was just so basic. It was like a farmer's market yam just sticking out like a tamarindo pod. And the pee would spray out of it. I'm like, Dad, open your dick before you pee out of it. It's like you're pissing out of the corner of a pillowcase. And my dad's had a weird life, too. When I was 10 years old, my parents got divorced, and he converted to Judaism. He didn't turn into a Jew. It's not like my dad was like, he converted to Judaism. And I had friends who were Jewish, and I knew that they had little clip dicks, little neat. And then I remembered my father's alligator claw of a penis. I really hate penises. That's really my problem with being gay. That's why I'm not gay. Men are fine. I'd like to have a boyfriend. That would be nice. I would. Every time I hear somebody say my boyfriend, I'm always like, I want a boyfriend. Why can't I have a boyfriend? I'd like to have a big, tall boyfriend. That's my boyfriend. I'm mad at my boyfriend. I get to wear his jacket. It's all big on me. I'm like, this is my boyfriend's jacket. I feel I'd like to have a big dude in my life. Comes up behind me like this. I'm like, hi. Like, I know that would be nice. But in order to get all those parts, you have to have a fucking cock shoved up your asshole, like a hard dick ramming in your ass. Oh, fuck. Oh. I just wanted to wear your jacket.
For bananas, and there was a black woman at the bananas, and I didn't want to go there while she's there because of COVID. We're all giving each other space. So but I do want to be next. So I'm waiting. And she's kind of taking a long time. And the longer she takes, the longer I am a white man watching a black woman choose bananas. And this is an awful thing about the world today, because I know I'm not doing anything wrong, but I feel fucking bad. I feel fucking bad. So I went to the strawberries. And there's a fucking Jew with the strawberries.
Here's a nice one.
That's the Jew. I'm not going to do the black woman. No, I'm not. You know why? Because I'm not afraid of Jews. That's the bottom line. I'm not scared of Jews. I don't find Jews to be frightening. Unless you're in Palestine, then they're terrifying. It's very different. Over there, they're like, the Jews are killing us. And here we're like, really? The Jews? We've been slapping them around for years. Anyway.
This banana's too hard. Well, this banana's soft, but I'm not gonna have it till Tuesday, so I'm gonna buy the hard one and wait.
Just trying to be fair. Just trying to be fair to the Jews. Lord have mercy. Anyway. Don't worry, I'm an old man. I'll be gone very soon. I worry about getting old only because I don't want to lose my memory, you know? I mean, some of it I would love to lose. But it doesn't work that way. You got to take it all or none, I guess. But I forget things, you know? Like, remember Fonzie from Happy Days? I don't remember him. I don't even know what you're talking about. I forget weird things, you know? Like, I was walking down the street once in New York, and there was a guy in a van, and he rolled down the window, and he said, "Hey, get in the van and suck my dick." And I said, "All right," you know? So I got in the van, and, you know, I was trying to pull the door, the sliding door, but it kept, and he's like, "It just shuts, you don't have to." I was like, "Sorry." He's like, "Everybody does that, it's okay." So I'm kneeling on the floor of the van on like a hearse, and there's no lady in there, but I'm like, I came here to suck this guy's dick, not like take inventory. Let's just get to work. So I start sucking his dick, and about halfway through, I'm guessing, I remembered that I don't really like doing that. So, senior moment. Some people worry about getting old because they think it means that they're dying, which it does. But this doesn't worry me. I don't worry about dying because I think it's necessary. I think it's something that you just have to do. You should do it. It's when it's your turn, you should do it. If somebody, you know, your doctor says you're dying, just say, okay, and die. Don't, you know, maybe a miracle. Fuck you, get in the ground. Just take your turn. I really think that way now. I didn't used to. But I do because when I started thinking that way was when my mom died. My mom died a couple years ago of anorexia. She was 300 pounds. She was bad at it. I know, it's fucked up, right? What a piece of shit. Anyway, she would have liked that joke. She would have. My mom's was fucking, she was gross. And I remember when she was dying, I was alone with her, and the nurse said, this is imminent. I was like, what does that mean? She goes, she's gonna die in a minute. I'm like, just say in a minute. It's so close. Anyway, I was alone with her, and she died, and I was like, fuck, they're gonna think I did it, obviously. I didn't want to lose my mom. I really didn't. But we had this one conversation like 2 weeks before she died when we were talking about it. And I said, Mom, I don't want you to die. And she said, you'll get over it. That's what she said. And I did. But in the moment, I wasn't willing to accept it. I was like, I don't want you to go. She said, but we're going in order. Do you understand? This makes sense. I'm your mother. I'm like, Mom, stop talking like that. This is sad. She goes, no, it's not. Look at it this way. Do you want me to never die? I was like, no, I don't want that at all. And it helped me get in touch with an important idea, which is that dying is important. It's every generation's greatest contribution to history is that they die. It's the only thing that keeps things moving. It's the only reason there's any progress in the human race is that folks keep fucking dying. Every generation has had a mix of douchebags and amazing people and boring, great, good, whatever, but they're all fucking dead. Every fucking one. Thank God, they're all fucking dead. There's a limit to how much any of the good ones did, and the shitty ones got to stop being shitty. It's a great system. Now when you look at the internet and all these people, you're like, what the fuck is happening? It's okay. They're all going. All of them are gonna die. I mean, you don't want to die.
You don't want to die, you don't want your loved ones to die, but that's a selfish wish when you think about what would happen if nobody died. What kind of world would this be if there was nobody, if we still had people here from the 1100s? It's hard enough having people here from the 50s. Just scan the code on the table. There's no menu.
But what? I don't understand.
Jesus Christ. You want to go through that with Pontius Pilate and Charlemagne? Fucking pain in the ass. Fucking old people that don't want to fucking just... When you get older and you start going, everything's so crazy now. No, it's fine. Just get the fuck out. It's great. They're not going to make it work for you. You're here for 10 more minutes. Just get the fuck out. If you're in an airport and you're looking at the toilet and you're like, I don't understand how this works, it's time for you to die. That's what that means. These toilets are for the next people. Get the fuck out. That's the way I look at my life now. I had some good, I had some bad, but I'm done. I mean, I'll hang around because I'm curious. But I'm so interested in the way things are going. I really am. It's such an interesting time. We're on a hinge. It's such a cool thing to experience that. I'm excited about a lot of what's coming. There's things that are hard now, but that's the way it is. Things are going to get... I think it's exciting what's happening. I think young people today have some great ideas. They're being a little cunty about some of them. But the ideas are good. The ideas are good. Like when I was growing up, we had two genders, male and female. Now you have all these expansion teams. I think it's very exciting. It is. And the best idea is this gender fluid thing. This is a great fucking idea. Gender fluid, the idea, the way I barely understand it is that you just something in the middle. It's like a fretless bass. You don't have to be the specific pictures. What a dumb way to do it. These are the kinds of people you can be. Which one are you? I don't feel like any of those people. Then you're a failure. You have to fight. Start acting like these people so we know what to call you. Why? Just make it it's just a just a la carte. I like dicks. I don't like balls. I'm a this and that. Moving through it, changing when it feels like it. What I'm saying is I wish we had that when I was a kid. Because I think our generation got hurt by the rigidity of identities and how you had to just stick to them. You had to pick one right away. You're 8 years old. What are you? I'm a boy. What do you like? Ooh, girls. Vaginas. Love vaginas. I'm 8 years old. I never saw one. But I'm committing my life to them right now. I didn't even get to smell one for a second. Just a sniff. All right, what else you got? "10 years old. Are you gay?" No, I hate dicks. Hate them. What do I know? I didn't even get to fidget with one for a minute. This banana's too hard. I'm not saying I wish I could have blown all my friends to see what it's like. But on 4th of July, there were fireworks. I was with Matt. There was a feeling. I don't know what could have happened. I have no idea. Because we were so scared. We were afraid to seem gay when I was a kid. Because in the 70s, the stereotypes showed you what everybody's like. Men are like this. And then the women have to act like this. And then gay people are like... They're just tired. That was gay people in the 70s. I'm gay. Help, I'm gay. I can't even do anything. That's what gay men were in the 70s. You ever meet a gay person? You don't fuck with gay people. Not today. They're all athletes, first of all. And they got their shit together. They're motherfuckers, gay people. Your landlord's gay. They're billionaires. They own Apple. They're in the cabinet. They're in the Navy. They're cowboys and Indians and construction workers. Gay men are men. You ever go in a gay-owned business? He's like, "Can I help you?" Like, the gay's in there, but he's fucking tough now. "It's my store, motherfucker. What do you want?" Gay men are men now. They're fathers.
they're husbands, they're men. Today's heterosexual men are faggots. I don't know how that happened. But they're fags. I'm saying that with love and as an old man on his way out the door, but they're fucking fags. They're intelligent and they're evolved, but they're fags. They're with a pajama shorts and it's just pale, almost blue. My wife got a promotion today. Oh, good for you, faggot. I'm so happy. I'm happy for him. Sounds like they have a good life together. But it takes some getting used to for me. And when I see a progressive young couple, I always want to stop them and ask her, is that turning you on? Please tell me. Is that sexy? He gets with the Tin Man's hand pipe, just with strawberry smoke. She's like, well, he's very intelligent and he's conscientious. But does he make your pussy wet? Fuck no, he's a fag. But I love him. And again, great, it's another kind of dude. The faggy straight dude. It's another kind of guy. Welcome. We should have all of it, the whole spectrum, the whole alphabet, all of it. But somebody does have to be just straight fucking. You have to have that. It doesn't have to be the most important, but you do need it. Because it's where it all fucking comes from. Until they figure out some other shit, this is where life still starts. If you want to eat local and organic, you gotta respect that someone's gotta have a hard dick fucking a pussy. That's where every gay person came from two boring straight people fucking. I mean, that's just, for now, someone needs to, everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now, do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing. that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit. My kids and I were having breakfast the other day, and we're listening to NPR. We always listen to NPR because we're better than you. And so we're listening to NPR at breakfast the other morning, and there's this one story where they kept using this phrase. They kept saying 9/11 deniers. They kept saying that. 9/11 deniers. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I said, well, it's a group of people that think September 11th was a conspiracy. And she said, oh, I thought they were saying 9/11 deniers. Yeah, she thought they meant 9 people who just ain't buying this 11 bullshit. Just a small fringe group, really. There's only 9 of them. But they still got on NPR, they got on the radio because they're dedicated. They protest every day. They're the 9/11 deniers. They're outside of the White House.
It goes 10, 12, 13. Just know it. We are the 9/11 deniers. We know that 11 is a bullshit number propagated on the people by the man. Why do we have 11 when we have 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17, motherfucking 18 and 19, but we do not have a 1 team? What happened to 1 team? The government took 1 team and replaced it with some bullshit called 11. We are the 9 that deny that shit. Mr. President, give us back 1 team.
I don't mean to offend any Chinese people with the stereotype, but
That's right, I'm Chinese, motherfuckers. I lived in Shanghai. I'm Chineser than a motherfucker. I'm a chopsticks and whatnot. Ha!
all right. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Stereotypes are harmful. That's the truth. But the voices are funny. And I don't know how to reconcile those two facts. I enjoy doing the voices, but they're offensive. So I do them at home. I used to do them for my kids when they were little. They liked them. They didn't know it was a race thing. They just enjoyed, Daddy, do the friendly man. You want me to be the friendly man, little girl? We love the friendly man. He loves little white girls too. Let's have some scrambled eggs.
And then I grew up and I was like, don't talk about the friendly man. Maybe don't talk to your teachers about them. My kids go to public school in New York City, and send your kids there then. Teach them that's what life is like. The teachers amaze me because I don't know. This is the worst. Here's the worst thing about this country to me is that there's no more noble profession than to be a public school teacher. It's easily. Please don't. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I don't recommend clapping at any things. You'll regret it at the end of the thing. In a democracy, there's no more noble contribution you can make than to teach in a public school. And in this country, the people that do that, they're fucking losers. They're just rock bottom fucking losers. And everybody knows it, but they keep doing it. New people are teaching every day, knowing how shitty it is. They show up, they tell them ahead of time, hi, what is this job? And they say, okay, here's what we need you to do. We need you to make children know math. Wow. Do they want to know math? No, they don't want to know it. You need to make them know it against their will while they're exploding sexually and Who are these children? Just whatever kids live near the building. How much do I get paid? About $10 every 4 years. What if I get really good at it? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nobody notices, and you get fired, and you die alone. Okay, I'll try it for 25 years. My daughter's learning about Greek mythology, and she was asking me questions about it. She was like, Daddy, who's Achilles' mother? I said, I don't fucking know. Don't ask me that shit. I don't know who Achilles' mother is. Don't yell it out if you know it, please. It's Camp Ampities. Nobody cares what you know. She had a question about Achilles, and it was an interesting question, and I'll tell it to you. But first, the story of Achilles, real quick. Achilles was a baby. He was a Greek baby, and he didn't stay that way. But when he was a Greek baby, his mother, who was a goddess, took him into the river Styx, which is at Hades, the land of the dead, and she dipped him in the water of the river Styx because there was a magical quality to that water that it would make you impervious of any harm. You couldn't be hurt. It was like a shield, right? So she dipped him in that water to protect him. But she held him by the heel. That's the important detail. Held him by the heel, which is an awkward way to hold a baby. By the heel. Try holding a baby by the heel and dipping it in a river. You will never see that baby again.
I lost the baby in the water. I was trying to wash him and he fell in the river. I'm sorry, Miss Achilles, I lost your baby. You told me to hold him by the heel. He's asleep.
Achilles' mother's Mexican nanny. It's a lesser-known character in the Iliad. Anyway, his mother, she was able to hold on, of course, because she was a goddess. She was the goddess of grip or whatever, I don't know. And she held on, and then he was protected, except on his heel. His heel was not protected, and so that's what we call your Achilles heel, your one vulnerable place. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. Achilles' Achilles heel was his heel. Like literally. Anyway, so my daughter, here was her question. She said, how come his mother didn't just dip him again? She could have just dipped him one more time with the other leg in there. Well, did she just like you're like a sign that says 1 dip per goddess? Did you ever color an Easter egg? It's not that complicated. You dip it, and then you hold it differently and dip it again. Smart kid. I was proud of her. But at the same time, I thought, who the fuck are you to judge this woman? It bothered me. Because here's what the story of Achilles teaches me, is that if you're a parent, it's never enough what you do for these motherfuckers. It's just never enough. It's still gonna be your fault. How much more do you want from a mother? She dipped her kid in magic water and protected 99% of his body. Is any of it up to him? He could have just wore a big shoe and be careful. But he goes out in sandals, fucking flip-flops, and a sword and fights the whole planet. I'm Achilles because my mother dipped me. Finally, somebody got him in the heel, and he's like, Mom! Thanks a lot, Mom! Get my heel. She's so stupid, she ruined it. Fuck you, Achilles, you Greek dick.
Some things that are terrible happening in the world, you just kind of give up. Like in New York, there's a lot of homeless people here. I mean, there's a lot of homeless people here. I mean, not in here.
There's none in here. There's none in here. There's none in here. Not even with a ticket, he ain't getting in here. They're not allowed to go where we go. They're just not allowed. That's the one part we all agree with. I don't know what to do about the homeless, but they're not coming in here. If you don't have your own indoors, you can't come into other people's indoors. Those are the rules. Those are the rules we live by. I've done benefit shows for homeless people where homeless people weren't allowed in the show. There's whole places they don't get to, like the airport. They've never even seen an airport. You never been at your gate and some guy's like, hey, I'm trying to get to Tokyo. Can you help me out? When I was about 6 years old, maybe, I stayed home from school one day. I had a single mom and she worked. So when I stayed home from school, I just got to be alone in my house. And so one day I was alone in my house watching TV. I think I was about 6 years old, maybe 7. And I went and got my pillow from my bed and I sat on it and I farted into it. And then I decided, I was sick in my stomach, so I was like, I'm just gonna fart into this pillow for just all day. I mean, I just kept farting into that pillow just over and over again. Like at least more than 200 times. Just for hours. And then I told myself, I'm gonna smell this now. Because I've been farting into it all day. And I had the pillow and I just said, I'm just gonna go all at once. And I just shoved it on my face and I went, and I have never had an experience like that again in my life. I really feel like I overstimulated myself at 6 years old because it like jaded me for every other thing that's ever happened. I watched a bum eat a rat. And I was like, so? I smelled 200 farts when I was 6. This is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. Does anybody by applause know of this story? Okay, that's just enough to make it clear. This is true. I mean, nothing's true in here. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I wasn't there. I'm just trying to make it clear that I didn't make it up. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem, and when he had looked around about and seen all things, and the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12.
See, Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So he went in Jerusalem. You see all the shit downtown, but you don't stay downtown. You go to the Marriott by the airport. That's what Bethany was. And on the morrow, when they come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came to it, if happily he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning when they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots and dead. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou dost cursest has withered away and died. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, Have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? Hey, Jesus, you killed a tree. That's right, motherfucker. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral? Jesus just killed a tree. He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He was like, there's no figs. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything.
You? Hello? How are you? Good. Hi, guys. Nice to be here. I had a good day. I went shopping today. I had to buy a belt because my pants. Here's the problem. You know when you get fat and your pants get tight, and then you get fatter because it's not like, oh, I'll stop eating, and then all your pants hurt. Like every pair of pants hurts, and then you eat even more because you're like, screw it now, man, and you just get depressed. But here's what happens. If you get fat enough, your belly starts to push out, and your pants won't even hang in the normal place. And then they get down to your pelvis, and then they feel loose, and you're like, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. I guess I ate my way through to the other side. I've gotten look at this. This is ridiculous. The crazy part is that my belly hits my pelvis at a right angle. It just goes right in. Like when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing, when I get down there, I gotta cut in like this. I actually have to scrub. Or else that gets filthy down there. It's like it's like a theater seat. I find pennies and receipts and stuff. Yeah. And the worst part is I'm 39, so it's not like I'm gonna get better. This is it or a lot worse for the rest of my life. It's not like I'm gonna be all ripped when I'm 48. It's over. And I got tits, too. I just got boobs. I got boobs on my body. How depressing is that? That is a really weird moment in a guy's life when you catch your boobs in the mirror and you get all these weird feelings, you know? They must be the same feelings that a teenage girl has when her... It's the only thing that a 12-year-old girl and a 40-year-old man have in common is that moment when you're going... Nothing! You got to carry your books like this. It's depressing. I think it's because I eat huge amounts of food all the time. I was at a party recently for my daughter and a friend of hers had a party, so I had to be in a room full of awful people at a birthday party. And but then there was a plate of cookies, and once I saw the cookies, I'm like, that's all of this is that now. I'm gonna eat every cookie. And you got to have like a strategy for how often you go to the cookie plate and keep rediscovering it like you haven't seen it. The first time you see it, you're like, oh, somebody brought cookies. Yeah, I got to go ahead. You got to go like this, like, I don't have to have one, but I don't want to insult anybody, and you eat one. I can take it or leave it. You walk away the whole time, radar back there. Later on, different group of people around. I want the cookies. Somebody. If people start to notice how much you're eating them, you have to say something like, "These are crazy. What's with these cookies? They're weird." It's like, no, it's not that you're a fat piece of crap that can't stop eating. They're insane cookies. I love all food. I like food from other countries. I was in Chinatown. I know that's not another country, but I was in Chinatown, and I went to this grocery store, and they had weird food in there. I swear to God, they had duck vaginas. They had duck vaginas in a big barrel with a scoop stuck in it. And I'm looking at these duck vaginas. First of all, I'm thinking, could we possibly dominate a species more than that? Than that we're selling their vaginas in barrels? The ducks are like, dudes, enough already with that. I didn't get any. I didn't buy any because I don't want to know. What if I love duck vaginas? What if I love duck vaginas. They're so good. It's not like a million things taste like a duck vagina. 4 a.m, I gotta have a duck vagina right now. Chinatown's closed. I gotta go to the park with a knife. Where's a duck? Thank you very much, folks.
God, you never say that. Oh my God. No, I'm gonna go if you can. Seriously. What?
Hi, could you stop talking because you're making it hard for me to do my job.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Just, you don't have to be sorry. Just please don't do it anymore, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, holy shit. This gets me a little. Sorry. I was on a plane the other day, and people on plane. You know when you're on a plane and you're on the tarmac and but you can't get to the gate because there's a plane at your gate.
What happened to Mike the other day?
Excuse me?
No, my friend. That happened to him too.
I don't care.
Well, no, my friend Mike.
Hey! Nobody cares about your friend Mike. Nobody cares about your friend Mike.
Okay.
Nobody cares about your friend Mike.
Okay, whatever. It was funny.
What was funny?
Unlike you.
I'm sorry?
I said unlike you.
It was funny, unlike me.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What happened to the parade?
What parade?
The parade of stupid you were floating. I'm just curious.
Okay, that's not even funny.
It's not?
No.
Okay. You sure? All right.
No, you're offensive.
I'm offensive?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You're making jokes about rape, and that's offensive.
You don't like rape?
No.
You don't?
No.
That's really weird because you know that you wouldn't even exist if your mom hadn't raped that homeless Chinese guy.
Oh my God.
However many years ago you're born. No, listen, I'm sorry. I'm really... It's hard to come back from that, but I am sorry. I didn't mean that. Look, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you please just die of AIDS? Does anybody have AIDS who they could put their dick in her face and get her started on that?
Oh my God.
Anybody?
I could sue you.
What? You could sue me?
Yeah.
You know who I would like to sue? Everybody that works in the hospital that you were born at. Because I would like to sue them for not responsibly pulling your head off the second. Letting you live was medical malpractice.
Can't you just move on?
No, I can't. I really can't because you're the worst thing that ever happened in America. Seriously, it goes you, slavery, and then Pearl Harbor and 9/11 combined. Those are the three. And so, as an American, I feel like it's my duty to make you feel poorly. And your mother's a whore.
My mother's dead.
Your mother's dead?
Yeah.
That's good. It is. You know why? Because she can't make any more with her.
You did not just call me a C word.
What's that?
Did you just call me a C word?
No, I called you a because you're and your mother is one, and she had one. You know what? The moment you were being born, there was a guy walking by, and you know what he said? He said, "Hey, look, some coming out of some." Good, nice to be here. Nice to be in Aspen. My name's Louie. I live in New York. And I like New York. It's the only city where you actually have to say things like, hey, that's mine, don't pee on that, you know? Usually you don't need that phrase. I did something really stupid the other day. I went to buy groceries at a supermarket and I forgot to have money. Have you ever done that? I was totally broke. And I didn't realize till the guy had bagged all my stuff and everything. And he says, $85? And I said, I don't have any money. And he's like, what, you don't have enough money? No, I don't have any money at all. And he didn't know what to do. He's like, well, you want to put some of your stuff back? Is that what you're saying? Put it all back, I think. The worst thing is I didn't know how to leave. You know, it's like, well, see you later. I had fun picking his stuff out anyway. I got a boner shop in here. Thanks, man. I always get in these embarrassing situations. Like, you know when you tell somebody a story, then a week later you tell them the same story again because you forgot? And by this time, you've added a bunch of lies to it, and you've embellished it. The other day, I was telling a guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was true, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else. I was just lying and saying it was me. And all of a sudden, I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. And he's like, that wasn't you, that was me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I thought that happened to me. Shit. So I got kind of lonely last night. I ended up calling one of those phone sex numbers. You ever call those? You know, like 1-900-BIG-TITS or whatever it is, you know? 1-900-BIG old floppity titties. You know those lines you call. And I always end up talking to some woman who's like 55 and her name is Blanche or something, you know? It's like,
I'm gonna take your trousers off very slowly. Then I'm gonna play with your balls.
sounds like a threat. Stay away from my balls, lady. I'll call the police. I gotta do something, though. It's ridiculous. It's been so long for me since I've had any real sex that even now when I masturbate, I don't have any point of reference for the fantasy, you know? Like now when I masturbate, I just fantasize about other times I masturbated. That's all I really have now. Oh, yeah, my old apartment. Yeah, that was a good one. I was in jail about a week ago because I drive, but I don't have a driver's license. So I had to go to jail, and I had to be strip searched at this jail. And so I'm staying naked in front of this cop, and he looks at me and he just says, "All right, lift." And I was like, "Lift what?" And he says, "Lift your testicles." And I was like, "Well, can I use my hands or?" Or do you just want me to go, rise, testicles! Rise on my command! Look at my great red hairy balls and fear me! Mira mis cojones grandes y pelirrojos! So that was a bad night. Sorry. You ever wear a bathing suit because you ran out of clean underwear? I better not do that. I did that once. I was on a date with a girl and I was wearing a bathing suit under my pants because I didn't have laundry. And she wouldn't have known except for I had that white string flapping outside my fly the whole time. And she's like, "What, do you have a tampon in there? What the hell are you doing? You're a loser." The other night I woke up in the middle of the night and my hand was asleep. Has this ever happened to you? Because I was sleeping like this for whatever reason. And I woke up and my shoulder hurt like a motherfucker. And I took out my hand and it was like white and I couldn't feel it. And I'm pinching it really fucking hard. I couldn't feel it breaking the fingers and nothing. It was dead. So you know what I did? I put it on my penis so it would feel like somebody else. You know?
And it worked. But then I thought, shit, I got some guy's hand on my dick. I don't want some dead guy's hand on my dick. Get that out of here. Sex is weird, though. When you're having sex with somebody, you start to make those noises. Those sexual noises. You ever feel weird about the noises you make during sex? You ever listen to yourself and go like, where the fuck did I pick that one up? What the hell was that? Because sometimes you make the oddest noises. You really get into it, you're like, woo! That'd be fun to make that noise with somebody that you're having sex with for the very first time, After all the tension that built up to it, right at the moment of passion, you go, just to watch their face going, shit. Fuck, man, another one. It's important to make those noises, though. They're very important because the reason we moan during sex is to guide your partner. You're there. It's kind of like a homing device, It's kind of like if a woman is doing something to my nipples during sex, or during a boating accident or whatever. It doesn't matter exactly when. If she's doing something to my nipples, I usually want to say to her, you're really wasting your time, honestly. You might as well be licking my wallet. There's just nothing there. Just fucking blow it off, But that would be rude, So you just moan less at the nipple. You just kind of do that holding pattern bullshit moan. It's like, oh, whatever, And then if she starts to move lower, ha ha ha! Yes! Genius! It'd be fun to do one time when you're having sex with somebody. Don't make any noise at all. Just lie there perfectly still. And then right at the moment of orgasm, you just look at them and you go. I had sex with this woman once, and she turned out to be a complete nymphomaniac. And I always thought I'd want to be with a nymphomaniac, but it was really a nightmare, Because she wanted to just keep going and going. And the sex was really hard work, too, because she was like just grabbing me, pulling me in there, going, come on, fuck me, come on, you redheaded faggot, do it, come on, And I'm just, whoa, like a big dildo, all right, whatever, right? So we're done finally, and I'm like really tired, And she looks at me and she goes, let's do it again. Like creepy like that, Let's do it again. And I was like, all right. So we do it again. She's like, come on, fuck it, And now we're done and I'm just dead. I'm a bag of shit lying there. I got nothing. And she says, let's do it again. And I was like, why? Really? I mean, we accomplished the thing. What is there a prize? What are we doing here? So we did it again, and this time from behind, which is good for me, because I can't hide the pain in my face anymore. It's impossible. And then she starts getting into it, right? And she starts, backing into me really hard. She's going bam! 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 And it really fucking hurt a lot. So I had to say something, So I said, hey, take it easy. It's the most polite thing I could think of, I didn't want to say, hey, don't back your snatch into me so hard. You're going to rip my dick off, you fucking lunatic. Hi, Mom. Anyway, I think sex is a great thing. I think that everybody should be allowed to have all the kinds of sex they want, I would never let a woman spank me, though, because I always be afraid that then I got to go buy hoods and magazines, and it's like skiing. You go broke on that shit, But I don't understand people that are intolerant of certain sex. Like one guy came up to me once and in the middle of the street and told me I was wearing a faggy shirt. What the hell does that mean? Total stranger walks up to me. Hey, nice faggy shirt, you faggot! What the hell does that mean? I remember the shirt I was wearing. It was pink and it had these little pictures of guys blowing each other on it, like sort of drink. But the thing is, though, people just don't. I was talking to a friend of mine once about another guy, and I said, "Is he gay?" And my friend said, "Oh yeah, he's really gay." What the hell does that mean? How do you get to be really gay? Are there many levels? Do
Do you start out just a little bit gay, like, I feel like I'm coming down with the queers a little bit today. I just feel a little bit queer. I just feel like touching a penis like this. And then one day you're taking it up the ass, you're jerking off two guys and blowing somebody all at the same time. And you go, wow, I'm really gay. I am very homosexual. Look at all these penises. I'm the gayest man in the world. I am Fagator. No one is gayer than me. Thank you very much. You've been a pleasure. Good night.
Because in places where that doesn't happen, people are just too free and fucking, they're just a bummer, Like, I was once on Venice Beach and I'm jogging, and there's this guy rollerblading towards me. And he's got rollerblades on and just a thong. Just a fucking thong that's just grabbing his dick and balls and just fighting with it, going, stay in there. And then he's just totally naked otherwise, and he's got this Kenny G hair, and he's just rollerblading there. I'm free. And I actually had to stop jogging because I needed my whole body to fucking hate this guy with. I had to just stand there and go, oh, you motherfucker. Now I have to know you exist, you piece of shit. Fucking go skate into an AIDS tree, you motherfucker. All right, now. I don't know. I've started to kind of hate people, and it's not because I have anything against them. It's just I enjoy it. It's just recreation. Like, when you're at the bank and you got nothing to do while you're waiting in line, so you just pick people to hate while you're waiting. You just look at someone and form an opinion with no information. And it's never positive. Who fucking wastes their time? I bet he's a hard worker. Who thinks about that shit? Skip over those people. Then you find a guy, oh, look at his shoes. What a fucking asshole. Oh, look at that piece of shit. Hope he dies today. Oh, God, I hate him. I hate him. You watch all the shit. Yeah, fill it out, you fuckface. Fill it out. Yeah, you filled it out. I knew it. You suck. He's just standing there. He has no idea you're just boiling with hate, I feel people hating me sometimes, like, I was at the post office and I'm at the line, it's one of those things where there's a long line and one window open. So everyone's just like, everyone's mad. But when you're in the line, you're in the hate group. You get to be part of the group and you're all looking at each other going, like a silent movie of impatient people, Then there's always one person who breaks the silence, somebody who has an idea, like, they should open another window. And everybody's like, yeah, I know, I don't even know. They don't even know how to do it. Then there's always an old lady who has a story. I was here on Wednesday, and there was also a line like this. Holy shit, really? Oh my God, you fucking old lady, that's amazing. But anyway, then it's your turn at the window, right? And now everybody's looking at you and you feel the scrutiny of how quickly you're mailing your shit. You start realizing how unimportant your package is and you feel like they can tell. Get out of there, you don't need to mail that right now. And it's like, if you do one little extra thing, like, do you have those stamps that have Jackie Robinson behind you? You're like, Jesus. Fucking dude. They put their shit down heavily like, fuck now, this motherfucker's gonna make me stand here while he buys fucking stamps at the post office? Are you shitting me?
Well, I think life is pretty, I don't think it's so awful. I mean, I don't think you should expect anything to go well. I think the only thing you have coming to you, after you're born, the only thing you have really coming to you is death. That's the only thing that you're owed.
You're owed.
And the rest of it is whatever you get lucky enough to dodge the buses that can hit you and stuff,
Right.
But I think the world the way it is better than it could be. I think that there's war and there's murder, but there's not as much as there could be. Really. There could be so much more. Like when I see a crowd of people like at Disneyland or something, I'm like, how are they not killing each other all the time? Like how are there not like 50 murders every day at Disneyland? Just people with knives just going, could you just move? Just little, when I hear like a man was murdered, I'm like, sure he was. People get
There's no horror. There's no, oh my God, a man was murdered.
I'm upset for him, blah, blah, his family, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I was, once I saw a homeless guy at a bus stop, and he looked really wretched, and there was a woman next to him with a purse, and in my head I was saying to him, murder her, what are you, just murder her and take the money. You're homeless. Life is kicking you in the balls every day. Start murdering and eating well. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Sounds very reasonable when you say it.
And this week is testing week at schools. So,
I hear a lot about that. Yep.
Yeah. So there did 3 days of extensive standardized testing.
Mm-hmm. And what are the consequences of the standardized testing?
Well, the way I understand it, if the school's kids don't test well, they burn the school down. So it's pretty high pressure.
A lot of pressure on the kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the tests are written by people that nobody knows who they are. It's very secretive. Mm-hmm. And the questions are, because they have to prepare for these tests for a long time. A lot of the year is about the tests.
Teaching for the test.
Teaching to the test, they call it, because they decided there's a new way kids should think, and we're going to prove they're thinking it by having them pass these tests, or we burn the school down. So, anyway, my kids kind of panic when they're in these, which is okay. My mother was a math teacher, and she taught me that moment where you go, I don't know what this is when you panic. That means you're about to figure it out. That means you've let go of what you know, and you're about to grab onto a new thing.
That's great.
That you didn't know yet. So I'm there for them in those moments, and I go, come on, just look at the problem. And then I look at the problems, and it's like, Bill has 3 goldfish. He buys 2 more. How many dogs live in London? Or something like that. So,
wow. That's crazy. Well, you better notify the fire department.
That's right.
New York is such a part of your show.
Yeah, I love it.
And the way you depict New York, you must go crazy for this town.
I do, because there's all sides of the spectrum here, Sometimes you're with you. I have children here, too, so sometimes you're in a park and there's pigeons, and then there's an old lady masturbating or whatever. I'm saying that's one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is when you're looking at pigeons.
They're pretty erotic.
Well, she fed all her bread to them, and there was nothing left, so she started to masturbate for them. She's doing it for the pigeons. All right, I'm sorry. Part of it was I wanted to cut out the middleman. That's an exciting idea. I make a show, I literally output it on my MacBook, and you watch it on your iPad. That was exciting to me.
Yeah, sure.
But here's the thing. When you cut out the middleman, you deal with the customers directly.
Are you really dealing with the customers?
Well, I read some of the emails I get. And like one guy wrote to me after I was on the air for 3 weeks, and he said, I'm still on the fence about trying your show. I don't know if I want to spend the $5. So can you write me an email and try to convince me to watch your show? And I'm like, take your $5 and shove it up your ass. I'm mad.
Because dancing is a terrible career choice. You like watching it, but you think it's a terrible career choice.
The worst available career choice.
What are you talking about?
A massive amount of dedication followed by giving up. That's what they all have to give up. Because there's like 3 dance jobs on the planet Earth. And there's no second tier. Like any other, even a musician, even being a musician, and on there, what are you doing? Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you can look at these. You've got these guys here. These guys. Okay.
What are you talking about?
No.
Louis.
No. Just to be clear, what I'm saying.
You know these guys.
What I'm saying is that if you're a dancer and you're the greatest dancer ever, nobody gives a shit. First of all, because everybody dances. And then, how many millionaire dancers are there?
I don't know.
You can dance for like 2 seconds at your peak. You got to give up. Stripping, you can strip, but you don't need to go to Alvin Ailey to learn to do that.
Yeah.
That's a good career choice.
Right.
Being a stripper.
And sometimes people ask me for pictures, and I don't like doing it.
Well, no, why not?
Well, I know you're just supposed to. You're supposed to go, the fans, but I just go, no, I don't want to do it.
Right.
So it just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But one time, like, so I always try to be nice how I say no. I go, oh, you know, but thank you, you know, okay. So I was coming out of a restaurant once, and these two women are standing there, and I hear them say, picture. So I go, oh, no, I'm sorry. I just don't like doing that.
Right.
I hope that's okay.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay. And I said, what's your name, though? And she's like, Janet. And I go, hi, Janet, I'm Louie. Hi. Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but thank you. Yeah. And then I walk away, and then I see the two women give their camera to some guy to take their picture.
Yeah.
With each other. And so...
Well, that's not right.
No. And so I look at this story from their point of view. They want a picture of themselves, and they go to a random stranger, could you take our picture for us? Oh, you know, I just don't like doing that. I'm really sorry, but what's your name? What a creep. What a gross creep.
Something very wrong. Once
really
again,
wrong
it's all your fault. Sure.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But I was watching Schindler's List, and this moment happened that it just stuck with me. It's a scene where all the Jews are being thrown out of Warsaw, and it's very sad. And they're going down the street, and there's these Polish people that aren't Jewish watching them leave.
Right.
And one of them is a little girl, and she's about 7 years old, and she's on a mailbox, and she's very cute, and she's yelling, "Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews!" And this really left an impression on me, and probably on the Jews that she was yelling at, too. Because I think it's real. I think
a very
that happened.
powerful moment, yeah.
Yes, and I think it probably really happened, and somebody told Spielberg about that, and he was like, we're doing that in the movie. So he made that scene, which means he had to find a little girl to play that little girl. He had to find a little cute girl who could yell, "Goodbye, Jews!" at grown-ups.
Right.
And that's a really... And I know how movies are made, so I know somewhere there's a tape of like 50 little girls all trying really hard, trying to get the "Goodbye, Jews" part.
Right.
And they're all adorable.
They're adorable. Or some of them aren't so good at it.
Yeah, because there's no kid actors that are like, you know, Sean Penn, can I work from within? They're all adorable. They're all cute.
Right.
There's a tape somewhere of little girls. "Hi, my name is Anne Marie, and I'm with William Morris. Goodbye, Jews." "Goodbye, Jews." Anne Marie, we need a little more anger. "Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews." Okay, next. And there's another girl. "Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews." Okay, next. And then comes the girl who's amazing, and her mother has prepared her for months. She knows how to walk in the room. "Hi, my name is Louise, and I am really happy to meet you. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your..." We just need the line, actually. "Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews!" Yeah. And there's a new thing, the cloud. They want you to go to the cloud. And they are selling it as a great idea. You don't need your stuff. Just give it to us and we'll keep it on the cloud. It's fine. You don't have to. And you're like, really? But those are my pictures. And we'll keep it on the cloud. You pay a little rent to have it up on the cloud. And the way they're going to talk you into this is that you get to have a smaller device. Because you don't need to keep the stuff on it. You understand? Right. That's why, okay, like this, somebody gave me this iPhone. This is what an iPhone is right now, okay? Now, it's gonna, when they tell you you want to keep it on the cloud, they're gonna say, this is the iPhone now. The next iPhone is just gonna be this. It's just gonna be this. And it's just gonna be this thing. Because you need this to store all your movies and stuff on. But you're just gonna have this and you just rub and go, ooh, I want to see Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise will be all around your face. And then you want to see, Selma Hayek, and then you take it and you that's how it's going to work.
I'll give you $10,000 for that thing right now.
Some parents really struggle with, like, all the other kids have the terrible thing, so my kid has to. Yeah, let your kid go and be a better example to the kids. Just because the other stupid kids have phones doesn't mean that, okay, well, my kid has to be stupid, otherwise she'll feel weird.
Right.
I think these things are toxic. I don't think especially for kids. It's just this thing. It's bad. And they don't look at people when they talk to them, and they don't build empathy. Kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, "You're fat." And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, "Ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that." Right. But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write "you're fat," then they just go, that was fun. I like that.
That tasted good.
Let me ask you a question, and this specifically about breakfast. I have this conversation with my son, who is 10, who is, I guess, right between the ages of your daughters. And it goes like this. Well, what would you like for breakfast? I'm not hungry. Well, yeah, but let's just say you were. How about bacon? No. How about eggs? No. Pancakes? No. And so we go through every imaginable form of consumable human food, none of which interests the kid. And then, so now we go back and we start over. And it's clear that he has decided on his side he's going to say no to everything I come up with. But yet, they have to eat.
Yes, they do, but
What do you do at
why
that
are you
point?
asking him what he wants? I mean, you're asking him to decide where everything's headed. And look, I know why you're asking. I get it. But the thing is, you're saying if he doesn't decide what he wants, he won't eat.
So I'm already
That's
behind
crazy.
the 8 ball.
That's never going to be his...
So with your girls, you just put the food in front of them.
I go, here's what we're having.
Here's what we're
I
having.
don't want that. And I go, all right, what do you want then?
Well, how are your children doing? Are they all right? How are they?
My kids are good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on paper, they're great. They're two little white girls in America.
Right.
I mean, what? Sometimes I look at it that way. I look at them, I'm like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Right.
Just boilerplate, great lives. I gave my daughter medicine the other day, and it was bubblegum flavored, so that she'll take it.
Bubblegum flavored medicine?
Yeah, you get me like Tylenol, it's bubblegum flavored.
Oh, it's not methadone or anything. It's
No, it's bubblegum flavored. I give her, she's got a fever, Tylenol, bubblegum flavor, and she goes, ew. I'm like, you, ew. You can't say ew. I'm sorry. It's medicine.
Medicine, right, exactly.
It's medicine. Most children don't have medicine.
Right.
Most children in the world, when they get sick, they die on a rock with a bear eating them. That's how they handle it.
Right.
And, he's got a sniffle, ring the bear bell and put him outside, whatever they do. You're a little white girl in America. You wear clothes made by children your age professionally. You don't get to say ew about your bubblegum medicine.
I never heard of bubblegum medicine. Well, you got the holidays coming up. Are you doing any plans?
No,
you seem like a very holiday guy.
I just want to say I'm not trying to say that if you're white you can't complain.
Right.
I'm just saying that if you're black you get to complain more.
Right.
Because you can't. There you go.
Don't tell the band that.
You feel that we now, in the 21st century, we take technology for granted?
Well, yeah, because now we live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots that don't care, because this is what people are like now. They got their phone, and they're like, it won't. Give it a second. It's going to space. Can you give it a second to get back from space? Is the speed of light too slow? I was on an airplane and there was internet. That's the newest thing that I know exists. And I'm sitting on the plane and they go, open up your laptop, you can go on the internet. And it's fast and I'm watching YouTube clips. I'm in an airplane. And then it breaks down. And they apologize, the internet's not working. The guy next to me goes, this is bull. Like how quickly the world owes him something he knew existed only 10 seconds ago.
Right.
And on planes...
I know you know, and I know you've told your kids, honesty is its own reward.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, here's the thing to me about lying is that I don't think you should do it, but I get it. That's how I feel about it. I get it.
Right.
Because kids lie because they're in trouble. You know, if you're in trouble as a kid, it's too much. You can't take it.
You're worried.
You know, yeah, kids don't lie for some weird Machiavellian, you know, they're not like, you know what my teacher said about you? It's interesting. You know, they're not trying to start something.
No.
It's because somebody was like, did you take the chocolate? And they're terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Yeah.
If you're in trouble, you don't care. You're a grown up. You just go, oh, sorry. Right?
Well, again, I've been in trouble and that didn't work. And I tried it. I said it just like that. Sorry.
Boys are hard to raise, man. All my sisters have boys, and I just feel for them because it's really hard, and they really do. Here's the thing, though. Girls are just as hard to raise, but on a whole other level. They're different. Here's the difference to me between boys and girls. Boys fuck things up. Girls are fucked up. That's the difference. Boys just do damage to your house that you could measure in dollars like a hurricane. Girls, like, leave scars in your psyche that you find later, like a genocide or an atrocity. Like, my sister-in-law came over once with her little boy. He's like 4 years old, and she comes over, and she's been with him all day, so she's in bad shape. She's got a drink, and she's like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And I put like an army blanket around her, trying to calm her down. And then her little boy walks up to her. He's got a handful of sand. I don't know where he got it. There's no sand in my home. He's got a handful of it. Walks up to his mom and just throws it right in her drink. It's all she had. And he just ruined it. Really confident, too. Not like this. He was like, yeah, that's where that shit goes, right there. And I was blown away by this because I have girls, they would never dream of doing that. It wouldn't even enter their heads that a person could do that. But they're fucked up. Like my 5-year-old, the other day, one of her toys broke. And she demanded that I break her sister's toy to make it fair. And I did. That's how much shit she gave me. I broke the little toy, and I felt awful. I was like crying. And I look at her, she's got this creepy smile on her face. That's the difference between boys and girls. And it becomes the difference between men and women, really. Because a man will, like, steal your car, or burn your house down, or beat the shit out of you. But a woman will ruin your fucking life. Do you see the difference? Like, a man will cut your arm off and throw it in a river. But he'll leave you as a human being intact. He won't fuck with who you are. Women are non-violent, but they will shit inside of your heart.
I never understood people judging people for the way they have sex. So some people get angry at homosexuals just for being gay. They get mad at them. I never really understood that, you know, because they're just having sex with each other. It's like I can understand if gay people were just running out in the streets, just fucking people in the ass willy-nilly, just like a pestilence, like without asking, you know, like you're at the ATM. Hey, what the fuck, Jesus! God damn it! Some faggot just fucked me right in the ass. Seriously. Fucking right through my pants. He fucking ruined my new pants. It's fucking bullshit. Another one. God damn it. I gotta get the fuck home. This is ridiculous. But they generally don't do that, so I don't know what the fucking problem is. People get mad. They don't want to don't get married. Well, you don't have to go to the wedding. What the fuck? You don't have to buy him anything? It doesn't matter. So, some people go like, well, then a guy will marry his dog. Good. Fucking I hope he blows his dog. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any effect on your life. What the fuck do you care? Or people that try to talk like it's a social issue. Like when you see someone stand up in a talk show and say like, how am I supposed to explain to my child that two men are getting married? I don't know. It's your shitty kid. You fucking tell him. Why is that? anyone else's problem. Two guys are in love, but they can't get married because you don't want to talk to your ugly child for fucking 5 minutes? Who fucking cares about your shitty kid? He's probably a faggot anyway. How stupid is that? All right. Stupid. I don't know. The only thing that bums me out though is that you're not supposed to laugh at gay people when they're funny, because sometimes they just are. They're funny. Like, I lived in New York for a lot of my life, and in my neighborhood everybody was gay. And you know, some guys are just a guy walking down the street, but some gay guys are a guy in little shorts and a half shirt and, you know, combat boots spray painted green and a whistle, and he's standing on the corner going, "Hello, it's fucking hot outside." That's not a stereotype. Those guys fucking exist by the thousands. And when I see them, I laugh really loud. I just do. And people are like, "Don't laugh at him because he's gay." No, I'm not. I'm laughing because he's fucking weird and silly. He's hilarious. How am I supposed to react? Hello? Oh, hello. Hello, yes. Seriousness is, yes. It's stupid. Actually, the one guy I would blow, based on who he is Ewan McGregor. There is this one guy out there. I gotta say that I have no gay inclinations except for I met this fucking dude in person. I was working on some awards show, and there he's standing right there, and I was like, fuck! Like, I was just blown away. Like, Jesus Christ, he's fucking beautiful. And he looked at me and he was like, "Hello," and I was like, I fucking shivered. Like, I started shivering. Like, fuck! It's fucking gorgeous. And like a week later, I was like staring off into space somewhere, and I realized, fuck, I was just daydreaming about Ewan McGregor. Like, seriously, I'm not gay in any other way except for I want to fuck that guy right in the face. I totally want to fuck his face. I want to fuck the shit out of his face. I want him to fuck me. I do. I want him to fuck me. I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because I just don't rate movie stars. I'm not really fucking fat. It's ridiculous. Like, I have this problem now. My pants I can't keep them they won't stay up. Because here's what happens. Okay, you get fat, and some of you skinny people won't, I don't give a shit about you. You won't get this. I hate skinny people because they don't empathize with fat guy problems. They just don't. Like, you ever have a skinny friend, you're trying to tell them, like, I just wish I could have one donut and fucking walk away. I wish I could do that. I wish I had the power to eat a donut. And your skinny friend's like, "Well, just eat the donut then. What's the big deal? You should totally just have a donut if you want. You should totally go ahead and have one. Just enjoy yourself and have the donut if you like that." Fuck you. You don't get it. It's a whole spiral that begins with a donut. Later I'm killing hookers. I don't even remember what happened. But so here's what happens. You get fat and your pants start to get tight, right? And then you get fatter because it's not like, "Oh, I'll stop eating now," you know? And then suddenly all your pants fucking hurt. Like, every pair of pants hurts. And then you eat even more because it's like, fuck it now, man. Who even cares? Fat shit. Fucking obsessed with food. I went to this fucking thing with my wife and kids where it was like the kids and their kid friends and just a house full of assholes, you know, that have kids. And I'm just sitting there fucking, I just want to kill myself, and I just want a bomb to drop on the whole house and take us all out. And I get in there, but then there's a plate of cookies. And like, as soon as I'm like, that's when I'm done, I'm eating every fucking cookie on that plate. That's what I'm here. That's what this all is fucking that. So, and you have to have a strategy, you know? You can't just fucking stand there and just fucking, fucking eat. You have to like sort of keep rediscovering the cookies, you know? You have to walk over and go like, "Oh, hey, so who brought those? That's cool, it's interesting." You do this. This means like, I totally could not eat it, but fuck, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Brought the cookie, you know, thinking, that's interesting, yeah, I can take it or leave it. Totally fucking radar back there.
Okay, new people around the dish, do it again. Hey, if people start noticing, you have to say something like, these are crazy, like I don't know what it is about them. Yeah, it's the fucking cookies. It's not you're a piece of shit that can't stop eating anything. But, so here's what happens, though. You get fat enough, though, what happens is your belly starts to push out like this, and then it pushes your pants down to your pelvis because they won't hang in the normal place anymore. And then down there, they feel loose, and you start going, hey, losing weight, all right, I'm coming down. My pants are getting loose, I am getting thinner. I ate my way through to the other side, I did. Fucking, I don't give a shit. I'm fat. Look at this shit. I don't fucking care. Look at that. I don't care. It's just a sweaty bowl of fucking flesh. I don't care. Look how fucked up this is, too. It goes right in. Like, it goes at a right angle. It hits my pelvis. It doesn't, like, slope back down. It fucking goes in and then back up. It's fucked up. Like, when I'm in the shower and I'm scrubbing like this, when I get down there, I gotta turn in like this. I gotta actually make a turn. I'm gonna fucking cut in, or that crevice gets fucking filthy. It's ridiculous. It is. It's like a theater seat. There's like fucking receipts and shit and popcorn and fucking kids' toys and oh fuck, what the hell? My body's just falling apart, man. I got tits now too. I just got tits, and that is a fucked up day in a man's life. When you look in the mirror and you realize, fuck, I got because you don't see them coming. They're sort of pouting out a little by little, and then one day they just fucking fall a little, and that's it. You have tits. And they're there for good. They're not gonna like go back. It's fucking over. That's the thing is that I'm 39. I'm not gonna get better now. I'm not gonna be all ripped when I'm 48. It's fucking over. It's this or a lot worse for the rest of my life. But the tits were the worst, because I used to laugh at guys with tits. That shit ain't funny to me anymore. Because that was an awful moment. I'm just standing there looking, had all these feelings. They must be the same feelings that a teenage girl has when she gets her tits. It must be the same. It's the only thing that a 12-year-old girl and a 40-year-old man have in common is that moment. Nothing. To carry my books like this now. I don't, you know what the thing is? I don't give a shit. I don't care about how I look. I'm bald, I'm fat, I don't give a fuck. I'm married, I got 2 kids, my wife hates me. What am I gonna get laid if I lose a few pounds? Who fucking cares? Like I'm gonna get mad pussy if I suddenly look better? No. That shit is over for me forever. And I'm glad. I really am, I'm relieved. Now when I see a beautiful girl walking down the street, I'm like, hey, fuck you, I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Go fuck somebody else. I'll jerk off to you later. Probably have a better time. Not like she would have fucked the shit out of me anyway. Not like she would have given me her best. I never really got the best out of a beautiful woman. I had sex with a few beautiful women, and they didn't really rock out on my dick so much. It was more like, kind of like, all right, why not? Give it a, she's kind of funny. You know, just sort of a fucking begrudging fuck in a weird situation. With a lot of regret afterwards. I've been there, like, I was in Oklahoma City. I slept with this beautiful woman. She was so hot, and she got really drunk, and she fucked me. And the next morning, I wake up, and she's looking at me, and she's like, oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my, I can't believe y'all got to fuck me. I can't believe. She was so bummed out. I think she felt like she had raped herself with my dick. That's actually, like, how she felt. That's so weird to realize that you were somebody's bottom. Like you are somebody's place that they got to. That they saw you in their bed and went, oh, fuck, okay. All right, I gotta totally stop all this shit now. Fuck. I gotta go back to school. I gotta fucking reconcile with my dad. I go, oh, fucking shit.